Howdy folks, Zach Scott here. Had a bit of a microphone hiccup, so I'm going to be re-recording the audio for this tutorial after the fact. Today I'm going to show you some quick, basically how to do a good rack focus. So if you look here, I'm showing you two examples. First a bad rack focus, and then a good one. So you'll notice with the bad one, all I'm really doing is pushing out my focal plane from the foreground to the background. And I'll show you how to get that good secondary motion there first. So here's the bad way. All we're doing is we're just taking the straight focal plane, and it's in the background and it'll be on the foreground. So we just kind of let it loose here in a second. Hit the button. Yeah, there we go. Ah, cool. And then Greg drops down, and it's kind of lame. It's kind of weak. It's not dynamic. And the problem is because we're not actually simulating the motion of the elements within the lens of the camera. You see, when a real camera does a rack focus, the camera is actually moving around optical elements that are changing how the shape of the lens is, and ultimately changing the optics themselves. So it'll give you a slight zooming feature as well as moving the point of focus a little bit as well. So if you just wait a second here, I'll show you what I did. And yeah, so all we really do is what I like to do is I like to put down a nice little slight compression shot right on the focal push. So I'll go in here and I'll show you what I'm doing now. So check it out. I've just set up two quick little shots, duplicates of each other, one the bad way and one the good way. So just gonna go to the first keyframe, figure out where that's at. So take a nice look, get a good idea of where my focal point's gonna be, and what my FOV is. So I'm just gonna sit here. In the original recording I probably said some great stuff, but I can't think of anything. But yeah, so I'm just going to jump over to my second shot in a second here. Nope, yeah. So I like to show my focal plane so that get a good sense of what I'm focusing on without having to rely on the progressive refinement feature, because it doesn't update in most of the windows that I like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by pushing out my focal plane and getting that lined up with Greg, and I'm just going to very lightly move the camera backwards. And similarly, I'm going to be very delicate with my FOV. I'm going to use the slider here because it's a little more tender and loving than using my fast mouse wheel. I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of a compression shot right on there. You might know the compression shot as the Hitchcock shot or the dolly zoom, but I like to call it compression shot because it's a lot more plain as to what it's doing. It's compressing the elements within the frame. So yeah, I'm just gonna very lightly kind of punch in the numbers here, and it's the slightest little thing, and it does quite a bit of the job. So I'm just gonna curve it, and I just have a light push on my my rack focus. So yeah, that's pretty much all it takes. It's a tiny little trick that can get you a much better result for when you're racking between two objects. I probably actually did it better in the second example than I did in the one I rendered and showed you. So take that to heart. You can use it. I'd like to point out that sometime next week I'm going to be trying to live stream the creation of an entire short. Probably that would be next Saturday, or maybe next Sunday. If you like that idea, leave a comment, tell me how you feel. If you don't like it, tell me I'm stupid and tell me to go. But to each his own. It's just something I'm gonna try and organize. Yeah, if I do that, I'll post up details about when and where that's gonna happen. But till then, I'll see you later. Bye bye. I love you.